na no obeka South Africa ho asem kire yen de nam so ma eni South Africa for epama hoho ewo mumamu me no kase guso a ekoso a omama omanfo no up to the end of June se obi anko ni krom na omo pese omo reset oman no omo reset oman ni wie na wo se omo ba omema omo aba ba for now no de obi anko na omo toto omo no maye enti ho no de ekonko ho now yamra fie ebi kase Ghana bakose mu no yanso ya pama hoho pen ene yesi da bi nya no kre ene na ya chinye na so okay no kre bi ewo mu no ya to nsafro se bra na bra be ma ye Ghana so abakosem eba no xenophobic attacks ya anya bia eye no kre se Ghana ha yanso ya go through sa xenophobic attacks bi budana
medase the year 1969 towards the end of 69 no and ye Professor K. Busia edisi akonwa so omo etu nkroma no tu no 1966 omo di almost 3 years wo akonwa so na ya handi over de ma oman no ya handi over de ma Professor K. Busia no ena ohunu se nkroma nya obi akọ IMF ankwa nkwaji sika kwame nkroma so eye pan-africanist nti oma bibifo nyina begu oman wese mu a wo mu ye adwuma Ghana for so tumi tukwan ekọ wiase baabia eno echi no enam se Ghana ne Nigeria, Gambia, Sierra Leone ne ye nyina ye Britain for colonies no British West Africa enti sa aman for we na obi atumi tukwan ekọ ne yonko mamu ekokodi ekotena ho ye adwuma tesania wote wa wukrom enti ye wodi ankase bi te sa wote sa hare so ya kilapa so ya mo so many of these people from other countries ebabegu ha ye adwuma wote famous judge bidin Akewumi we Nigeria ni obabetena Ghana ha na family no ayete se Ghana for sana Professor K. Busia ebabetoye simply because British West Africa no na ebom baako etise oman baako na ne entira Sierra Leone for bebre ba ha no Furabe College, the only university then in West Africa. Na obakwa ba wie no wunya adwuma o Sierra Leone na ese wo ba Ghana afei Nigerians so free tetete ahonyoda nti no man we mu na fertile ema obiara ebabi
okay.
Nti at the time Professor K. Busia babedi ade no na amanfrafo bebre ewo ha titiriw Nigeria for ewo man we say mu. Now Busia was the number one enemy to Nkrumah. Nti ade Nkrumah ye bia na dwen say o say no ana o sakre mu. The first one, the whole of Africa aka bom say ye fight apartheid South Africa. Busia be prime minister no or say dialogue Ghana and South Africa be one, and it was a big frustration at the international level because Ghana there nearly the African unity ni bibia Nkrumah free one now by was South Africa for be yenuanom. That means Mandela mo a wo mu dem ani ayi nyina emfa Professor Busia ho ade ba ko afei okokọ ye how many nyina o devalue Ghana cedi no to the extent to say cedi ni be ye say paper bi ewo international level nya no nko factories Nkrumah bi enani nye ho ase close one down workers are eye adwuma ase ye pam won ye obibi de Apollo 568 wo mu a top managers 568 very good Busia pam wo mu nyina case ni kodru court was on for Supreme Court asem enye adwuma na the worst of all ubedi akonwa no enibo so miensa ena Nigeria for especially etiyema mu ha no wo hye emra se omu entumfiri wo mani mu nko within 2 weeks.
Wow.
Ama min kan se mi fanchiro se Nigeria for na ete Ghana no
as at that time no na omu ntese na Ghana for na ewo Nigeria in the 80s no a ye pam wo no ma min ka the difference no okay.
And it's a Nigeria for na ete Ghana at that time no more better from colonial time nti na omuti wo mani muti se omu ye Ghana for nti apam wo mu a wo mu koni na no se no fritamale na ekwa okada gomba ne hausa dada ofiri nkran na ekwa oka nkran wofiri efe ne se takra de ana Cape Coast oka emfanti ofiri Kumasi oka twi ema omu produce nkrofo omu be ye Ghanaian citizens a hwe obi ti say Alhaji Gbedemosi obeye headmaster Tamal Secondary School at RTU hwe obi ti say Sule Shitu one of the finest Ghanaian boxers hwe obi ti say Mudalawa Black Star defender Benkaye de Dankaye de Olympics say what they want me to na usa
oh yeah
me kura na usa na don't bobo
I mean my kura
Africa's best player 11th African Cup of Nations your friend say Golden Boy Abdul Razak o me no munya Ghana fo that but parents or grandparents abetna and the Busia say omo 2 weeks omunko those people were not laborers omu ye land owners omu ye landlords and what he did was that yetu Nkrumah no ye opponent to Kwame Nkrumah na Nkrofo de nususu Kwame Nkrumah ye Dr. Kwame Nkrumah where ye Dr. K. Busia osan chira de university where through the highest level our ye professor na so ye bibi o chira say osene Kwame Nkrumah do sajifo aye no wanto so ye so say no kura nti ne de ne say wo pamo a letterfo nyina de afiri wo memu na wa maganafo ani age adentira one business is a kuta one semini nyina de bema Ghana for just to please the people of Ghana
me ba to that time no na Ghana for complaining about bibia na
me da se pa ne complaining about ejuma because waba be devalue cedi no ema ukra no ma we de bibia say devaluation what I say inflation kasia I am inflation aba ntina frustration aba o manimu number 2 factories and koma bia no that's what I started saying na we close bebre down amanfo enya adwuma enye enti ne de ne say wo mo na ye business wo Ghana no business nkwane ade a wanko school a wutumi ye be straight away enti I saw gi won business ni free won sem na say amanfo ATM ya mamen kan se bi fa nkyero na Ghana fo anim store ye o yes kwafo de ye de didwa kwafo ye store mesrewa Nigeria fo na be kire Ghana fo ni enim ade friend store and let me emphasize it ni enim enho bibia ye enka ye culture ho Ghana culture no eno ne say te say abofo adwa Thursday Ghana fo yin na be hia wo di ni dwa na de ko watone body watone kwadu watone nam watone say ni ono so de body ba watonton wi a watone nkyene watone nam watone ntoma no kwa ni baby another week na wasan aba agura kwantadwa techimandwa tamaledwa asesewa what you say ye de na ye jada no man be san 1 week na yasan aba na pass ye bie stores no eye Nigerians na betena ha bie stores enti Nigeria fo no omunu be copy abrofo ne say Ghana ni onim store na de ban and you have to say the truth Ghana ni nim store de ban no na broni ne de na ya GB Oliver Anthony US ni UTC money ade and later Kwame Nkrumah de GNTC e bae ye de ne say okwa okoto ade ne bulk enti se matches a on se matches ni rubber ne fam ho no e kase pa bi a matches be 10 or 20 pieces in a room e cigarette e bi embassy Tusker Daba Kings 55 ni ye wo fa no soma me yakoto bi ba box ni nyina na hye mako 20 nti ukoto bre wo fa na wo papa otia no so what I say whiskey oto bottle esi ho what I say ana Nigeria fo no ho trick bi say weye ade a Ghana fo no ko wura store no mu eto efiri abrofo no ho yenim store adeban nti Nigeria fo no bie won stores nti cigarette na me se ehye 20 no wankọ broni no wana ube wura Nigerian store no a ono ne de no wate 20 na no nti wo ba otumi yi cigarette stick ba ko pe eno ne efe na lata dwa eno ne efe na lata edwa enti sanchene a ade na hyem na broni wakova ne kama ho fefefe alata ni wayi no de konko ade ato so ba
ena osa wo konko
mu dia mo matches ya wate matches na no to betuma yi matches ba ko magis adaka no ketewa ba konya adaka kase na chamber 20 no the amount wo mu na ye alert dwa ana wo mu nya sika sisi adanka siankase Accra New Town ukọ ba bi te say Takoradi e ba bi de Lagos Town ukọ Takwa ye Walata Castle wo Astoria night club ho na me call school elementary school what you say enti Nigerians na eti an wo mte won wanse eye odefo the next one farming wo mu ya omo nti se Ghana yan yata ye afuo bi a 4-5 acres wose waye ade Nigeria ni be do be 100 acres because omo man no so omo ye bibi omo ye na ankase enti sa ade we ya Nigeria fo ye omo te won ase no ana Busia ma won 2 weeks hwe obi okuta dan bi a 10 won krana Kumase obi oye landlord wo Accra ne ma eco school omu nyina ye te se Ghana fo ye abeye adwuma na wa classify won say omu nya Ghana fo biom obia entu enko na me mamu 2 weeks what will happen enti nokura pa wom say ye kan ye sacrifice ho na nya say ye niwu ene say ye pamo won ye wi a won wajapade nyina
wow
oh yes wow. Ye pamo won ene ye wi a won wajapade nyina just to please the people of Ghana ni on pesa wo ba wi na japade no a dying to say sir Peace FM dying we ya esi han na sanka ne boy $20 million Nigeria ni e so ton 100,000 Ghana cedis send ye bo biti sa 2 weeks no anya sa ye beche no e de na to wapamu nipa no awie a okọ look at what we did to them when say me fa book mfa nko station bia for the avoidance of doubt me pa cho tie book ya me ba be read book ni the General Echampon The Life and Times of Ghana's Head of State. Author no Bafo Agimendua. Obi enimi so ya professor kese ewo oman wesemo. Pepacho page 52. Hwenia author no professor no. Hwasama oka. Professor Busia Aliens Compliance Order no. Pepacho hwenia eyi kan ho asem professor Bafo Agimendua kan ho asem ha. O say the Aliens Compliance Order which restricted non-Ghanaians from engaging in the retail and agriculture sectors, was the other immediate measure that had ramifications for the Busia administration. The act did not only restrict but also ordered those already in those sectors to leave the country. Nationals from West African sub-region, particularly Nigerians, were most affected. Apparently, the government believed that Ghanaians would be empowered economically by handing to them these huge and lucrative sectors of the economy. What do you say? Mami, repeat it.
Repeat it.
The government believed that Ghanaians will be empowered economically by handing to them these huge and lucrative sectors of the economy.
But you're breaking it down. So,
Mami, to us, we can be big. Or say to facilitate and supervise the final departure of these aliens. He called them aliens.
Yes.
A number of military officers were deployed at the country's main exit points. Ignatius Kutwe Champon was among the officers sent to the Ghana-Togo border crossing at Aflao. The area was flooded with thousands of swaddling men, women, and children packed on top of their belongings in open mammy trucks. They were spending days to be processed.
Wow.
To be processed before crossing the border. So, obi awo pamun wo. Wo say yan sam processing wan san na why then. What we cross the border and patch mamin to us. The uncontrolled influx soon turned Aflawo into a chaotic sea of bewildered deportees, languishing in repulsive, insanitary conditions. Anytime a champion went back home, obi o wadwiro nimi nyansan wa bade anyame na ebo no no e champon hwew so jeni eso onkwohwe no mmoro nkrofo na ompam won no. Look at the feeling of General Champon. Anytime a champion went back home to his family on short breaks, he complained bitterly and at times almost in tears about the horrible conditions of the so-called aliens he had to deal with. What hurt him most was to see pregnant women who could hardly contain their conditions and yet had to struggle to go through the process.
Wow.
He could not understand how one African government could treat fellow Africans as if they were animals. He complained to the Minister of Defense about the inhuman treatment meted out particularly to women and children and was rebuked for not behaving like a soldier.
Wow. Now I say when in your boss ya throw book. But your mamma book no title him. For those who
General Echampon, the life and times of Ghana's head of state.
Wow.
Enti kwaya ye fa so a ye Nigeria for ni ana me say me kan ni sort ye wi a wo mo japade nyina